Yahweh! We made it to the Marshall Islands! Woo! Okay, bye guys.
I decided to participate in Service Corps, firstly to live out the Great Commission. In Matthew, it tells us to go out and make disciples of all nations, and I think that Service Corps is a fantastic opportunity to do just that.
I decided to participate because I heard about it when I was younger, so I knew it's something I've always wanted to do. I've always had that thought in the back of my mind. I kind of just felt this strong calling that God was like, yeah, you're gonna go somewhere you're gonna go somewhere during the summer. And he definitely was saying you're gonna go to Service Corps.
I think another reason I'm excited to go to Service Corps is just to experience the grandness of the Lord in different cultures and in different places of the world that have nothing to do with myself. I think I've become very comfortable in my relationship with the Lord, but just really wanting to experience who he is in a fullness globally. I'm very excited for it. I think that's been my biggest prayer, just open hands and an open heart for this experience, not only for me, but for my entire team.
I definitely think the humidity, the weather might be a little bit challenging just because I'm not used to it. But I also think maybe the traveling a little from to know where to go and where not to go, just because it's a new place. I know Marshall Islands is not too big, but it's still kind of scary not knowing where I'm going. But I'm also excited for the culture and the dancing. I have such a deep appreciation for dance and for music, and it's how I show my worship to the Lord.
For this trip, I'm really excited to, one, experience the hospitality of the Marshall Islands. That's something that I keep hearing, that just the people there are so hospitable and are just gonna welcome you with open arms. I think to experience kind of a holy hospitality, right? Coming in with this mission of, again, making disciples of all nations and just anticipating that welcoming. On the Marshall Islands trip, we were primarily focused on youth ministry, so that entailed a lot of different VBS weeks, and then we also did a troop camp week. But yeah, it was mostly just being with the children. The most beautiful moments happened in me just having my Bible out in church and a child grabbing my Bible off of me to read it. Just little things like that kind of made me realize a lot of my mission is planting seeds and watering seeds that others have planted in the past. But the Lord will do all of the work for me because it's his mission.
It was so beautiful to see families just go up to the altar all together just to pray over each other, and whatever it was, they were all praying. You can just tell that their love and their joy was purely from the Lord. It was so amazing to see throughout the whole trip. It was very consistent, and not only that, their love for their family was very consistent as well.
I think one of my biggest lessons, especially now being home for a couple of days, has been the realization that joy isn't tied to any sort of materials that I have. I feel being there and realizing maybe the lack of resources that are available to them, it didn't dictate the amount of joy that they had or just their fellowship together and how happy they were all of the time.
I feel like God taught me that he just kept calling out to me throughout the whole trip. He just kept saying, I'm here, come to me. It was amazing. It was so good. Their worship is so authentic and it's so real. You can just see the pure joy and radiation that they have every time they dance, every time they sing.
I love my team so much. I definitely think the way that we bonded together was such a sisterhood this summer. We were able to keep each other accountable in such beautiful ways, to support each other in really beautiful ways.
I would highly recommend Service Corps in the future.
I would definitely recommend Service Corps 100,000%. Being put into a place of uncomfortability, I think, encouraged me to thrive in it, and I feel like that was definitely a lesson and experience that I would personally need and I would encourage to any young adult.